Happy Thursday, Vlogtober day 30. Oh my god, today and tomorrow.
Crazy.
I know. I'm not doing much today. My body is like so sore, and I think it's from moving the furniture. Okay, so I'm watching slash listening to Ari. If you're not following her, go follow her. She's great. But she is currently knitting. I think she's like knitting I think they're booties. They look like little like saki booty things. And I'm like, oh, this is so perfect because I'm currently crocheting. So yeah, look, I'm crocheting a beanie. It'll be like a cat ear beanie. And I use these colors so that it would match the star shirt that I made, or top or whatever. And Ari's taught here. This has been paused, and I don't know for how long. So I'm gonna start over. So I'm watching Ari, and she's talking about how, you know, for the longest time, all she knew how to make was scarves. And I think that's really funny. And now she's like making like these little booty looking things. But I just think it's really funny because I learned how to knit in high school. And I know you can't really see my face, I'm sorry. And all I knew how to make was scarves. And, well, blankets, because that would just be a longer scarf, right? I made like a little like throw blanket. It was like Rasta colors. I don't have that anymore though. But I've made lots of people scarves and things like that. Well, anyway, I finally learned how to crochet, and now I'm like, this is a beanie. I've made shirts, tops, cardigans. I have made amigurumi, so like little animals. I have made a pillow with like a tapestry. Like I made a tapestry and turned it into a pillow. So I like crochet for me. It just felt almost like once I got the hang of it, it felt like it came naturally, and I prefer it. But I also never made anything other than scarves or blankets with knitting. So I don't have full experience, but I love crochet, and I cannot wait to see how this beanie turns out. It's going to be with cat ears. I have 2 more rows to do. Well, the one I'm currently on, and then it's going to end in pink. Ugh. I'm at the end of this black yarn, so it's getting all like tangled. And keep getting some yarn barf. No one likes some yarn barf. But yeah, this is just one of my projects, and then when I'm done with this one, I'm gonna try to make some fingerless gloves. I saw a pattern. I didn't see the pattern, but I saw a photo of fingerless gloves made with granny squares, and I was like, oh shit, I could do that. So I'm gonna see if I can't do that with these colors. So I have like a matching hat and gloves. So I'm pretty excited about that. And then if that works, then I'm going to do the same thing for Sadie because she wants fingerless gloves. So I'll make her those. And it'll be cool. I can do black and red, I bet. Because that's, what she would prefer. If I remember correctly. So, yeah. This one normally when I do a color change, I'll do like a magic knot, I think it's called. But for this one, I've just been like carrying it over. Like I've just been switching in, like, I don't know how well you can see that, but like, see this pink, and like the pink is still connected. This is working out so much better. I'll have to show you the other beanie I worked on. I did it this way also so that if I messed up, I could frog it. But yeah. Anyway, I'm going to stop this here. I'm going to keep listening / watching Ari, and then I'll check back when I'm done to show you my beanie. Okay, so I just finished the beanie. I still have to weave in the ends and all that, but here she is. Now, when I put her on without making a brim, I feel like it's just a little too big. Maybe. Because, like, this is a little too big. Oops. But if I give her a brim, like just a little one, she fits really well. So I think I'm gonna wear it with a brim. I really like this a lot. I can't believe I made it. I made my own cat beanie. Peace. Thank you, Ari, for keeping me company while I crocheted. So Sadie and I did go to Walmart because I wanted some noodle, like ramen, and we were out. We had to get her blood work done today, but I got several of these because they're my favorite. They're not just for me, though. Sadie and Kyle will probably have one. And then Sadie and I both got this. She already had hers, and I already had one of these. And then we got ramen. And Sadie's been really wanting popcorn. And I thought it sounded good, so we got some popcorn. And then we both got sodas, but I'm probably not going to drink all of mine. She got a Sprite, and I got a Coke. Okay, so real quick, I want to give a little shout out to someone that I'm not going to, like, say their name or anything, because I don't know if they want me to or not. But just by me saying this, they're going to know who they are. So I got a message on Facebook from someone that I went to high school with. Well, I went to high school with them for a little bit because they ended up moving. But they listened to my cringe story, the one about my crush and all of that, and how I felt about myself in high school. And they told me that they started following me on MySpace, like back in the day when MySpace was like a thing. I was in 10th grade. They were a grade under me, but they started following me on MySpace because they thought I was really pretty. And I was like, shut the fuck up. Like, there's no way. Like, it's really sad that I see myself that way, or I saw myself that way. Now I look back and I'm like, girl, let's just fix a few things. Let me teach you how to do your makeup, your hair. Well, no, I've always really known how to do hair, but not makeup. They sent me that message and then was like, you know, this guy you had that crush on, they're probably ugly and bald now. And like, just trying to make me feel better sort of stuff. And it was really sweet. And I know you're probably watching, so hi. Thank you. Like, I don't think you're a creep. I think you're really sweet. And your messages really mean a lot. I'm very, like, socially awkward, though. But, I just want to say thank you because your messages really made me feel good. And, it's such a good, like, reminder to, like, try to think about yourself from an outsider's perspective. Like, I knew I didn't have eyelashes, but I mean, how many people in high school really knew I didn't have them? I think I tried to hide them a lot by wearing eyeliner. But I don't know. I don't remember. But, like, how many people really knew that I would pick my eyelashes? Or pull my hair, whatever. You know, how many people really knew that? And, like, me thinking back to myself then, I was, like, I think my max weight in high school was 275. And I started high school at, like, 220. So, because I had lost like 30 pounds between 8th and 9th grade. So, like, I thought I was like so fat and so like ugly and disgusting because I was fat. And like looking back, I've obviously made this connection, this specific connection, not obviously, but I have made this connection since I've been an adult, where like, oh yeah, I wish I could go back and tell my younger self, like, girl, you pretty. Like, you are not fat, you're just thick. You're thick. And there is that, like, see, I used to think that unless you were like thin, or like, even if you were thin but had a little bit of a stomach, like you were like maybe 20 pounds overweight, I was like, I thought that was what you were supposed to be. No one else would ever find you attractive otherwise. And then I started doing YouTube just after high school. I just wanted to say that, like, I am so aware that we are our own worst critics. And sometimes it's really easy to get caught up in the negative thoughts that you have about yourself. There are days where I'm like, girl, you pretty. But like, it really helps that I have a husband that like finds me like supermodel gorgeous, basically. So, which I don't understand that part, but it sure makes me feel good. Like, he was watching my vlog with me yesterday, as we typically do that. We'll watch it on his channel after it's uploaded. Well, hi. Hi, baby. What you want? You come say hi? You want to come say hi? Oh, yeah. Yeah. Mm. Anyway, I don't know. He thought I looked really good in a, oh no, your nail. Okay. He thought I looked sexy or hot or something in a particular frame. I think my hair was like this or some shit. So, yeah, it was, but yeah, there, like, in high school, I didn't think that men would find me attractive, unless I was the stereotypical version of hot. My high school boyfriend, who obviously I now know wasn't even like, I'm not his preferred type. I know that he had made comments about my body. Like, there were times when he was like, no, I don't think you're the hottest person. Like, almost as if like that was an obvious statement. And then, so like that really made me feel like, you know, I'm not attractive. Like, I'm just not. Like, I need to lose weight to be pretty. And then, he also like told me that I needed to have like a boob lift because they just don't point where I guess normal ones point. I don't know. They're like, so like, but my husband's like, no, they're perfect. You do whatever you want to do with your body, but I think you are perfect the way that you are. Find yourself somebody that tells you that. Not someone that's like, no, you're not the hottest person, obviously. Ooh, you could use a fix right here. Like, that's really, like, fucky. So, there was this other guy outside of high school. It was a friend of mine. It was her cousin. And he had told me that I have a pretty face, but you have a pretty face, but you would be prettier if you lost weight or something like that. And that was like right before Kyle, like probably 6 months, 6 to 8 months before Kyle. And then he comes along, and I actually met him in high school because he was dating my friend Tiff. Yeah. And he came to a school dance, and that's when we very first met. And he told me that, like, he saw me and he was like, damn, that's her friend. So that always felt really good. I mean, he obviously wasn't a cheater, and he's like, you're the only person that I've ever done that with. Like, I've never looked at another woman and thought, whoa. And I like to believe that, because if I don't, it'll fuck with my head. So you better just believe it, right? I mean, I know that he finds other women attractive. That's obvious. But he makes it so obvious that he finds me and my body attractive. And I was so worried that, like, he found me less. Like, I still wonder if he found me less attractive at my highest. He assures me he doesn't. And just like me with him, I don't find him any more or less attractive than I did when he was at his highest. I'm just happy that he's getting healthier. But he hugs me now, and like so often he'll make comment about how little I'm getting. First of all, that feels really good. Really boosts the ego. It feels really good to like hug him and actually like be like, I can rest my head on his shoulder when we hug. It's really nice, because that was not always a like easy thing to do. Well, anyway, yeah. It just find you someone that loves you for who you are, and will think you're beautiful no matter what. I feel very lucky in that instance with him. I feel very lucky in a lot of ways with him. Hi, Kyle. I love you. You're probably watching this. Maybe not. Maybe I won't suggest watching this, and we'll just see if you watch it on your own. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, well, I'm going to end this little bit. I might be back later. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. If I don't, thank you guys for being here. I appreciate you all. Appreciate you all. If you wouldn't mind leaving a little comment, maybe tell me how your day's going. Tell me if you have any fun Halloween plans, actually. That's what I want to know. I want to know if you have any fun Halloween plans. Or maybe tell me about your favorite, like, Halloween costume or your favorite Halloween memory. I think mine would be when I went to a Halloween party at a house, and it was with Kyle. It was at his buddy's house, and there was like a bunch of people there, and Halloween was Kyle's buddy's girlfriend's birthday, and she was turning 18, and like so like at midnight there was like a blunt rotation, and like yeah I've been smoking for a minute, but yeah, it was a whoopee cushion, and everyone loved the costume, so that was fun. And there was like a costume contest. I didn't win, but I got a lot of comment on it, and it made me happy. So I thought the costume was funny, but yeah, anyway, so yeah, that's what I got. So I will talk to you guys later. I hope you have a beautiful night, day, whatever, wherever you are on this beautiful planet. Take care of yourself. Be kind to yourself. Speak kindly to yourself. Here's a bit of advice. If you start to speak negatively about yourself, take yourself out of the situation and imagine that's what you're saying to your best friend. Now, would you say those things to your best friend? And if the answer is no, don't say it to yourself either, because you do not deserve that. Okay? Okay. All right, guys. Have a good one. I will see you guys for Halloween